What's going on, fellas? It's Devin. I'm restarting my YouTube channel because I recently moved to Asheville, North Carolina, and I want to spend my time doing just about anything aside from scrolling on my phone. When I initially named the channel Learning Stuff, I knew there were countless things that I had never really engaged with that would not only be a better use of my time, but would also simply be more enjoyable hobbies that bring a sense of fulfillment and joy to my life. I feel like these two metrics can easily elude you if you just scroll your life away, so I wanted to be more deliberate about how I'm spending my time. Since most of this stuff would be new, or at least a big restart, I knew one way or another that I would be learning stuff, so I named the channel accordingly. Regardless of how difficult something may be or how long it may take, I'm excited to spend my time in a more meaningful way as I document my process toward a better life. There are plenty of topics to cover on a channel like this. I've been experimenting with music, reading, woodworking, writing, career development, personal finances, all the nonsense that goes into becoming an adult. But one pastime that has always held strong meaning to me is fitness. Ultimately, I love playing sports, particularly basketball. I appreciate the complexity that comes from being on a team where your success is dependent on others, and also the strategy that goes into outperforming an opponent who is ultimately trying to do the same. Unfortunately, if you know me, you know my lower back is fried due to several surgeries from early in high school, and it's been an uphill battle ever since I returned to sports in 11th grade. I get constant back spasms, chronic tightness, and I just can't really move well enough to play sports, let alone basketball, at a relatively competitive level. And then on top of the back itself, I just have a plethora of lower body injuries, notably my ankles, knees, and hips, which are all compensating for my back issues. Fixing my back is pretty much the first step to fixing everything. And 2026 is the year I do fix everything, or at least start to make serious progress. The goal is to progress strength and mobility to the point where I can play basketball once a week with minimal pain the next day. Once I hit that, I will play as much as I can in a given week, and who knows what other goals will pop up along the way. The footage in the background is from the Low Back Ability program by Brendan Backstrom, who goes by Low Back Ability on socials. I've been following his stuff on YouTube and IG for years, and I finally attended an in person workshop in my hometown of Boston back in August. The workshop was really stellar, so I just purchased the program the day after. Despite a lot of positive feedback from my body with these exercises, I just haven't been nearly consistent enough with the workouts. So I'm pretty optimistic about tracking them via video feedback to stay more consistent throughout an entire year. These exercises on screen are really the meat of the workout, and they include the back extension hold, side holds for the quadratus lumborum, or QL, and single leg holds. The exercises basically function like a plank, but for your lower back. So they draw on the deep core muscles, and the goal is to build strength that will radiate through your entire body after enough practice. The side holds work your deeper oblique muscles, aka the QL, so you can essentially build like a 360-degree rock solid core that kind of acts as a back brace, except it's your own internal back brace instead of an external one you have to purchase somewhere. As Brennan himself says, working this stuff frequently equates to small daily deposits that compound over time and eventually turn into massive gains. So my biggest issue is consistency, as I've absolutely put in a ton of work with the exercises and other exercises to help my back pain, but the lack of continuity on a weekly basis really prevents me from seeing the full results and maintaining the progress. So I think this is a good way to address that head on. In addition to LBA work, there are other exercises from guys like Connor Harris and David Gray that, both give me some back pain relief, but also allow me to progress with the weights and the plyos and the stuff I actually want to do to get back to basketball. For now, I'm going to limit this video to the LBA main exercises, but over time, I'm going to start showing more of the work I'm doing to get myself back to playing basketball full time. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Peace.